Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. For today's session, I'd like to talk to you about the definition and significance of political theory. Okay, so we have our learning outcomes for this session. So at the end of the lesson, you should be able to define and explain what is political theory, point out the significance of political theory to the current political institutions and system, what is the importance, what is the influence of political theory in today's political system and institutions. Okay, so you should also be able to identify the process in the nature of political theory. Okay, so let's take a look at the definition of what is really of political theory. So I'd like to present the definition of David Held. He said that political theory is a network of concepts and generalizations about political life involving ideas, assumptions, and statements about the nature, purpose, and key features of government, state, and society, and about the political capabilities of human beings. So political theory class is a network of concepts and generalizations. It is not just one concept, one belief, one assumption. No, it's in an interconnected uh, concepts. So you have concepts that are connected or interconnected together, not just concepts, generalizations about what? About the political life, about ideas and assumptions. Okay, so you would have their concepts about the features of government, what should be the best form of government, and concepts about human beings. Okay, so if we digest this definition, okay, political theory is about concepts and assumptions on justice, equality, right? Governance, state, freedom, law. Okay, this anything about politics. Okay, concepts and assumptions about anything about politics can fall under political theory. Okay, so this is the subject of political theory. Okay, now what does political theory seeks to do? Okay, it seeks to, what does it do? It seeks to understand, explain, analyze, question what? Political occurrences. So political theory would explain political occurrences, would understand political systems, would analyze, would question, and then what? Okay. Why would it try to explain, to analyze, and question political occurrences? But before you do that, political theory, okay, but by analyzing, understanding, examining, you would need critique, okay, political reality, the political situation, the happenings, okay. Political theory gives criticism, it studies, it examines, okay, those realities. Okay. Other than that, it also involves reflection of political principles. When you study political realities, you would also, of course, study political principles. You would reflect on those, okay? You would think about those, all right? And then after such, after critiquing, reflecting, you would now be, okay, it would now be taking position, would argue for or against specific principles. Okay, so these are the things that that we will be doing in the political theory subject. Okay, so it also seeks to what? It does not stop in analyzing, in critiquing, reflecting, or taking positions. Okay, it prescribes solutions to problems. Okay, political theory prescribes solutions to problem. How does it prescribe solutions to problems? You have the empirical and the philosophical way. Okay, So when we say empirical, that means you would bank on data, on observation, on experiments. Okay? You would cite facts, happenings, right? But when we say philosophical, you would appeal or you would use the moral philosophy, okay? The ethical philosophies. Okay? You would bank on or cite Plato. Okay, what do they recommend about? Or you would cite Socrates. Okay, when we say empirical, you would cite previous happenings. Okay, meron kang specific na factual uh, observation, right? Pag philosophical, you don't need to do those. You don't need to go back to history. You would just be citing the concepts, the theories of these philosophers, okay? Of those philosophers involved in the ethical or moral philosophy. Okay, so political theory serves as a basis for understanding present day politics, systems, and occurrences. So, why we use political theory in understanding, like, say, for example, why is Russia attacking or wanting to annex Ukraine? Why is Putin what is guiding him, okay, in his actions? Say, for example, okay, so you would look for political theory that would support such action, right? Even when also serves as a guide for actions. We have many world leaders who would use political theories, okay, who would bank on political theories to guide them in their decisions, in their actions. Let's say, for example, the world leader wants to be in power for so many years. Then naturally, they would study the theories of, like, say, for example, Machiavelli. Okay, they would study the theory about power. Okay, so it serves as a guide for actions. Okay, uh, our actions when going to war. For example, we would go back to the theory of Saint Aquinas on his just war theory. Okay, just as an example, and then it is also relevant for solving problems. So in this situation, maybe we can use this theory, this political theory. Okay, we prescribe solutions to problems. That's what political theory does. So when we face problems, okay, these theories can be relevant. Okay, we can go back to these theories and apply them in solving problems, or you do a mix and match. Okay, hindi lang isang theory ang gagamitin mo sa pagresolba ng isang problema. Okay. Now, political theory can be viewed as an activity. Of course, it is an activity. Activity of what? Activity which involves questioning, answering questions, of course, and it also involves imagination and perspective. Ganito dapat. Kastoy kuma. Okay, so you are using your imagination when you are doing that. Dapat ganito. Kasi when we do this, this is what will happen. Okay, when Karl Marx came up with his theory of communism, okay, he used his imagination. Okay, meron na siyang concept ng ano to, equality. Okay? Meron na siyang concept na sino ang mag-own ng property, who would manage properties. Okay? So, when you are a political theorist, okay, you will also be using your imagination, your perspective on what should be. Okay, you will be using your imagination on, if we do this thing, what will happen. Okay, all right. So it involves political life. The political theory involves questioning, answering questions, imagination about the political life of human beings. Right? So in this subject, we will be talking about Western political theory and Eastern political theory. For Western political theory, we'll talk about Socrates, Plato, Aristotle. For Eastern, and the others, maraming ancient lang ito sinayin ko. Example lang siya. Eastern, of course, hindi lang tayo magfo-focus sa West. Eastern Sea, meron tayong sila theory nila Gautama, ni Confucius, ni Sun Tzu. Okay, and they have good theories. All right, so we will be covering ancient, medieval, Middle Ages, Renaissance, the modern period, and the contemporary world. So, eto yung mga philosophers na pag-aaralan natin. Okay? So, based from the discussion, you can now come up with your own definition of political theory. Okay, that this is your activity. And then explain the two process of how political theory prescribes solutions to problems. So you have your empirical and your philosophical. What are the significance of political theory in today's society? Anong importansya niya? Na-discuss natin yan kanina. Okay? So I'll see you on next online session.